Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. I am excited about today's test drive and review of this 2026 SR5. Of all of the 2026 Toyota Tundra lineup, this is the one that I've been most interested in. And the reason is because when you guys contact me and you're looking for a Toyota Tundra and you're looking to save as much money as possible but still have some of those features that you feel like you need, I think this is the truck to certainly check out. Now, if you want more features, if you want a lot of luxury, you would definitely go up from here into limited 1794 Platinum trims like that. But this SR5 I've been seeing around the area, especially for the 2026 model year, and it's something that you should check out. Now, as you can see, it has the 20-inch TRD wheels on it, but the truck does not have the TRD off-road package. One of the things in my local area lately, a lot of SR5s that aren't TRD, as you could tell, no TRD grille, everything's still body color. When you go TRD off-road on SR5, it chromes a lot of things out. So this is just your regular SR5 with the TRD wheels, okay? So it gives you that look you want without having to spend money on extra equipment if you're not going to use it. So this truck doesn't have the Bilstein shocks. It doesn't have the lock and rear diff multi-terrain select crawl control. It's just a regular SR5. Now, one good thing about this SR5 is this one is actually loaded up with a lot of extra packages. New for 2026 on SR5, you can get leather trim seats, which this one has. This one also has the premium audio package, which is the 14-inch screen, bed lights and outlet. So this is a nicely packaged Tundra. It gives you the look. It gives you some features, some extra stuff on it than a regular SR5. And you could save a little bit of money because this is down in the lower trim level of Toyota Tundra. So I'm very interested in this truck. If you don't care about extras, definitely something to check out. So as we walk around it, 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 in this truck, 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. You got the LED headlights up front. You got your fog lights. This has the SR5 convenience package, so you're going to get the blind spot monitoring and the parking sensors. Another new thing for SR5 in 2026. There is no more 22.5 gallon tank. All Tundras now have the 32.2 gallon tank, and that really only makes a difference down in SR and SR5 because Limited and up have always had the 32.2 gallon tank. So let's walk around this truck and see what we got. This is ice cap, of course. And as I was saying earlier, when you are in a regular SR5 that's non-TRD, it's automatically all body colored out. So again, for a lower level truck that has a look like this, and if you're looking for a truck that has a certain look to it, this is why it's something to definitely check out. Wait till you see some of the equipment that's in this. This has the chrome badging on it, but you can easily get those blacked out. In fact, some of the trucks that I've seen with this configuration on it have the blacked out badging, so that is something you could definitely get. We'll look at the sticker at the end, coming around to the bedside of the truck. There's not sequential taillights on SR5. There's definitely things you will give up by going SR5. You can't get JBL sound system. You can't get pano roof. You can't get the sequential taillights, the auto leveling headlights, things like that. But if you don't care about things like that, a nice way to save a little money. SR5 does not have the button on the side of the taillight to open the tailgate, but it still is a power up down tailgate because this has some upgraded packages in it. Okay, so there it is. And if I want to lift it, I just push it right back up like that. You could also use the key fob to open up the tailgate as well. You got your bed lights and outlet, deck rail system, composite bed. This isn't a spray-on liner, but it does have the bed mat. That window goes all the way down in the back there as well. And here's a fun little thing that we don't see often. I don't ever show you this. It says Tundra up on the third brake light there. Got the shark fin antenna. So outside of the body looks good. This truck is going to tow around 11,000 pounds. It has under-seat storage because it's not a hybrid. You can't get iForce Max in SR5. So one thing, in case you don't know, if you get a hybrid, you lose under-seat storage because that's where the battery goes. So let's pull this seat up and you will see under-seat storage. This is the bolder interior and it is leather trimmed. New for 2026. You used to be able to get soft text in SR5, but now it's leather trimmed. You could also get this in black if you don't like the gray. Let me move this box out of the way momentarily so I can show you what's in here. Plenty of room for your backseat passengers. The Crew Max cab is definitely smaller in the 3rd generation versus the 2nd generation, but still plenty of room. Got a little area here to pull down where there's some cup holders, like so. Cup holders up there, some charging ports, area to put your wallet or keys. And you get a little, if you pull this here, you get a little space back here for some stuff. If you had the JBL sound system, so if you were limited and up, this is where the subwoofer would go. But being SR5 doesn't have JBL, you got a little extra area there. And over here, you have some of your tire change equipment, but you can also throw some things back there as well. All right, so that's the back seat. Not a lot going on back here. It's not heated and ventilated rear seats or anything like that in the upper trims of Tundra, but still very good looking and plenty of room. And if you're wondering where the floor mats are, they're right here. There's your floor mats. Let's hop up in here for a second. And as you will see, black headliner, of course. Plenty of room. This is in my driving position. I'm 6 foot tall. Just drove over here, still plenty of room. Also, don't know how good you'll be able to see it. I have plenty of headroom. Hopefully you get a good view there. All right, here's the dash. No digital gauge cluster in SR5. You got that little tray over there, which I love and wish was in the higher trims as well. But very nice. There's your shifter. Drive modes, eco, normal, and sport. Got tow haul. Cup holders. The big center console. If you're wondering about parts content, 55% US and Canada parts. Japan's 15, Mexico 15. And final assembly point, San Antonio, Texas, TMMTX. Engine parts USA, transmission parts USA as well. Front seat time. No power folding mirrors on this truck either. It does have the blind spot monitoring icon there. I don't know if you could see it. It's right there. Sorry for the glare. We have the automatic high beams. We have the heated steering wheel. This is the leveler for your headlights. So if you're towing and the back of the truck is being pulled down by a heavy trailer, blinding everyone with your headlights as it pulls the back of the truck down, you can use this to lower your headlight beam down a little bit to maybe not blind anyone. So that's a nice thing to have there. Let's hop in. I'll show you the gauge cluster, which is in SR and SR5. Still does the job just fine, even though it's not digital gauge cluster. That screen in the center, you could toggle through a lot of things, just like you could with the digital gauge cluster. Same idea. As you could see, we go down here, we see miles per hour. You could toggle down and see the 6 mpg because the truck's brand new and only has 8 miles on it. So that mpg will come up a little bit. Music, info, tires, the PSI. You also get settings and then any messages from the truck there. So easy to use. And then we have the big 14-inch screen. This truck does have the premium audio package, which is why you have the 14-inch screen and you also have the bed lights and outlet. This screen is insanely easy to use. Phone, navigation, which isn't set up yet, music, vehicle, trip information, history, vehicle alerts if you have any. You could change this to a dark background as well. Then you got settings down here for your phone, Bluetooth and devices, all the good stuff. So this truck does not have the advanced technology package that gives you the 360 camera. You can get it on this setup, but this particular truck does not have it. So if we look down here, you won't see the multi-view button. You will see the traction control off button and the tailgate button. That is it here, and the hazards, of course. But if we put it in reverse, you don't have all the options that I normally show you for 360. It's just this setup here, and you can change the setting a little bit to show you more of a wider lens. And you can also change the grid. But again, no 360 camera on this, and that's called the advanced technology package. And what also comes with that in SR5 is the power folding mirrors. So this one doesn't have power folding mirrors, and it doesn't have the digital rear view mirror. So that's what advanced technology package would give you with this. Again, you can get it on this setup if you want it. but this particular one doesn't have it. That back window goes all the way down, as you can see in the back. So there you have it. What do you say we take this SR5 for a little drive? But first, let's look at the sticker. Kind of hard to see the sticker here. This is a 2026 Ice Cap Tundra 4x4 SR5 Crew Max with the 5.5 foot bed. As you can see, the premium audio package for $1145. BSM outer mirrors, SR5 premium package. That's how you get those leather trim seats. SR5 convenience package, heated leather wrap steering wheel, the 20-inch TRD off-road wheels, all-weather floor liners, and bed mat. The sticker on this truck, $60,663 before discount. Let's take it for a ride. What is your thoughts so far? Go down in the comments and let me know what you think about this setup. All right, let's take this SR5 for a little drive here and talk about some of the things on why this should be a Tundra you consider if you're in the market for a 2026 and you're looking to save some money, but also get a few features. Now, SR5, you've always been able to get the 14-inch screen if you want it. You've always been able to get the bed lights and outlet. You know, some of the things we talked about with this truck that it has as an option. But for some reason, this model year and late 2025 model year, I've been seeing a lot more come to the lot with this 20-inch TRD wheel package on it. And down in the Gulf States region of the country, they call it Gulf States Toyota, and the Southeast region down there around, you know, Florida, South Carolina, they have a package called TSS Off-Road Package for the Tundra. We don't get that up here in the Northeast, but this setup is very close to that setup with the 20-inch TRD wheels. Now, in the TSS off-road package, you also get steps, and I think you get an exhaust tip. But overall, this is kind of what the SR5 TSS looks like without the decal on the back. It's hard to find SR5s, at least in my area when I'm walking around the lots and all that. It's hard to find SR5s lately that are loaded up with the 14-inch screen and with the bed lights and outlet and with some extra features like that. The leather seats, which is new for 2026, please keep that in mind. It used to be Softex as an option. These seats are leather trimmed and they are heated in the front, okay? So if that matters to you, definitely check it out. You don't have to go up to limited for leather. And it's one of the things that when the 2026 Tundra came out, Toyota didn't mention anything about the SR5 when it came to a change in the seats. They did mention that the limiteds would be going from Softex to leather trim seats. They never mentioned SR5 would, but good news, they are. And the leather trim seats in this truck are in Boulder. So this is the gray. If you don't like the gray, you could also get the black seats. So for what people ask about online when they're looking to save a little bit of money, and everybody's different. Some of you may want to go up to limited. Some of you may want to just have an SR5 with the 8-inch screen and the fabric seats. That is absolutely, you know, your choice. It's your money. But when people ask me that question, I always go out and try to look for a Tundra that can check as many boxes as possible for people. So as far as the truck itself, this truck could tow around 11,000 pounds. The fuel mileage isn't terrible with the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 regular iForce engine. On my 1794 that has the same engine, I'm getting about 19.4 to 19.6 mpg average. So it does pretty well with that. 10-speed automatic transmission. You guys hear me talk about the drivability of these trucks all the time and how good they are as far as getting down the road. No brake dive, no body sway. It drives fantastic. The engine is very powerful. This is the secondary engine behind the iForce Max. So sometimes the secondary engines, you know, leave a little bit to be desired, leave the truck feeling like it's not getting enough power. I don't feel that way at all with the iForce engine. Once again, 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. This engine can get the job done as far as doing what you need it to do. And a little bit of extra things to help you to make the truck just a tad more capable, like the bed lights and outlet in there if you're someone that's going to be hauling some things, you know, while you tow. This is the Crew Max cab, so you could fit the family or crew in the back seat as well. So if you're in the market for a Toyota Tundra and you know, you're trying to save as much money as possible, but you want to get as many features as possible, in my opinion, this is definitely a truck to check out. This is a truck that I'm going to be checking out when I'm done with my 1794. I was going to step back into a limited, but I think these are actually the truck to really look at. The only thing I would add to my SR5 like this is I would add the advanced technology package, so I could get the 360 camera, the digital rearview mirror, and the power folding mirrors. Other than that, this truck would be perfect. I would even do ice cap. I'm a big fan of this setup. And another thing to keep in mind, TRD off-road. If you need TRD off-road, you can absolutely get that on SR5, and you could get that on SR5 that's trimmed down where it doesn't have a lot of options, and you could get it on SR5 that has a lot of options, kind of like this one. But if you don't need it, this truck not having the TRD off-road package is saving like $3,000 off of the sticker, but you're still getting the look with the wheels. So it all comes down to personal preference, but I'm just trying to help any way I can. So make sure if you're in the market for a Toyota Tundra, you're looking to save a little bit of money, but you want some features, definitely check out these SR5s that seem to be popping up all over the place with the 20-inch TRD wheel package, but not the extras of the TRD off-road, saving you a few $1,000s. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below about this SR5, but I'll be honest with you, this may be my next Tundra.